Hey guys, Charles Calloway here, 15 on the scene. As you guys know, I'm a financial advisor to small business owners and their employees, but this week, a lot of things are going on. We're in the month of September. We had some tragic news that's been across the nation. And so the first person I thought of is my friend here, Tina Owen. And her position, she's a personal safety specialist with Damsel in Defense. And I thought of her for obvious reasons. But before we dive into that, tell us a little bit about what you do. Yeah.
So I am all about your personal safety.
Okay.
I help women in particular stay safe in their environment so that they can live their lives safely and go about their business and do what they want to do, where they want to do it safely.
Damsel, so it's not damsel in distress anymore, it's...
We are no longer in distress. No, we are damsel in defense.
You know, really, really sad news. You want to kind of touch on that right now? What's going on in the news? Everyone knows about it, but let's...
Well, I think you're referring to Eliza Fletcher in Memphis, Tennessee, who was jogging early morning and was tragically abducted and murdered while she was out jogging, and a horrific crime. You know, clearly I wasn't there, so I don't know the exact details of exactly what happened, but I truly believe that the outcome could have been different had she had something in her hand to protect herself.
Gotcha.
Like a pepper spray or a Kubotan or a stun gun or something. And it is so easy, and I was just going to show you, you know, that how easy it is to have a pepper spray with you and in your hand. That this is one of our hardcore pepper sprays in our runner-up glove. That's just a partial glove that holds the pepper spray for you. So I don't have to grip it while I'm running or walking. I don't have to try and fish it out of a pocket when I need it. When you need a pepper spray, you need it now. All I have to do is just unlock and spray, and it's that easy. But it is that crucial that you actually have something with you and in your hand, ready to use. If it's not in your hand, at least at arm's length and within easy reach, so that you can use it to protect yourself. Otherwise, it's a useless safety tool.
Yeah. So, when a person is in a business, the first thought comes to my mind, why did they get into that particular business? I love talking to business owners and everything, and you probably get that question a lot, getting into the business. So why did you choose this kind of work? And
honestly, I don't think that I chose it. I think that it chose me.
Okay.
That I have spent my entire life, my entire career was in the healthcare industry. So I am a caretaker.
Okay.
I worked for 25 years in pediatrics and pediatric nursing.
Okay.
And then in outpatient skin cancer surgery for 6 years after that. And caretaking is in my DNA, I think. And a friend of mine introduced me to this product, to this company, by posting something about a stun gun 8 years ago on Facebook, and I thought, well, that's cool. And I am probably one of the very small minority of women who would just buy something like that sight unseen, which I did.
Okay.
And I still think that it's cool. But every time I saw her after that, you know, every few weeks I would see her, and she'd say, you know, you ought to consider doing this. And every time I said, no, I don't think so. No, thank you. Because I really don't consider myself a salesperson at all.
Right.
And so that happened probably 3 or 4 times. And the last time I finally thought to myself, really, why not? Why not do it? And it was at that time that I really researched the company and the founders of the company and the products, and most importantly, the mission of the company. And then at that point, I couldn't not do it.
Okay. And so
that was 8 years ago.
So you've been doing this for 8 years.
I have.
So it all started with a Facebook post.
It did.
Right.
It did, really.
So you have an affinity for weapons, for what is it?
I do. I happen to have a concealed carry permit.
Okay.
I have handguns. I happen to like shooting, and I happen to be pretty good at it. But I don't ever carry a handgun with me when I'm out and about. I don't carry concealed. I never leave my house with a handgun unless I'm going to a range. But I always leave my house with a stun gun.
Right.
So it's a personal choice. You know, I have no problem with handguns, but I like to be able to offer a non-lethal alternative to people.
I like that. So you know, there's no big dramatic story as to why I'm into this. It's more just I
believe in it.
I believe in it. Yeah.
I believe in it, and I believe what these products and the education that I provide can do for women. The empowerment that it gives to women, and the confidence that it gives to women.
Okay, that makes sense. So, let me change gears a minute and let's talk about the business itself. You know, one of the things I really enjoy hearing people's stories centered around their business and everything. So, one of the things you said is I find it provocative. You said I don't see myself as a salesperson, and so you've been in a business for 8 years. You're having success, no doubt, in it. How do you operate within a business where you're offering a product for sale and be successful and don't see yourself as a salesperson?
I think because what's more important to me is educating women, is the education portion of it.
Okay.
Is educating and equipping and empowering women to take care of themselves.
Okay.
As opposed to selling them a product.
Right.
You know, a lot of what I do too is I do safety training. I am not a certified self-defense instructor, but I do offer personal safety training, which is far more basic, really, and far more applicable to everybody.
Okay.
You know, safety is applicable, like I said, to everyone. Everybody needs to be proactive about their own personal safety.
Mm-hmm.
Things can happen at any time to anyone, anywhere, and you need to be prepared for that. And so women who couldn't or wouldn't otherwise go out and go shopping or go out in the evening or go someplace by themselves, you know, now oftentimes they have the confidence that they actually can go and know that they could take care of themselves should the need arise.
That's good. So the way, getting back to my question and how you answer, I love that. It's not a matter of, it's a matter of what you're focusing on. You're focusing on the value you bring, not on the transaction itself.
That's the least important to me. The transaction is the least important to me. Yes.
Yeah. So if you were talking to someone that wanted to get into a business that was going to serve their community, okay, your business, any other business, and they have this, they say, there's no way that I could do this because I don't see myself as a salesperson.
Oh, you could, yeah. But it has to be something that you truly, honestly believe in, that you are passionate about.
Yeah.
I don't believe that I could sell makeup. I actually tried to sell makeup. I became a Mary Kay consultant because my daughter-in-law was a Mary Kay consultant, and I wanted to help her out, so I joined her team under her. Okay. And it's not for me. I have no problem with Mary Kay. Great products, great company, everything else. It's just not me.
Right.
That's not me. I couldn't do that. I couldn't sell candles. I couldn't sell other things. You know, this is something that I live.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so it's easy. So I carry all of our products. I use all of our products. You know,
You're a believer.
I am absolutely a believer.
Right.
In what we do and why we do it.
Right. If you were going to give advice to, like this month also, this month is, what is it?
Realtor Safety Month.
So talk about vulnerable.
Oh my gosh.
You know, you're
just by definition,
yeah,
how they have to do their jobs, they are vulnerable. They are at risk. They put themselves at risk all the time. Consider an open house. You know, how crazy would it be for me to put an ad on Facebook saying, "Hey everybody, I'm on this Saturday, I'm going to be at 123 Main Street. The doors are unlocked. I'll be alone and I'll have snacks. Come see me." How ridiculous would that be? Right. And that's what realtors who do open houses are having to do all the time.
Right.
You know, even if they don't do open houses, they are generally showing unfamiliar properties to unfamiliar people. You know, what could go wrong? Everything.
Right.
Everything could go wrong. There is so much, and I know that in school they have a small section on realtor safety, but personally, I don't believe that they focus on it enough. They don't give enough attention to that. I think that realtors really need to be so cognizant of everything that's going on. One of the biggest things that I teach just in personal safety training is situational awareness. Be aware of everything that's going on around you. Keep your head on a swivel.
Mm-hmm.
Know who's around you. Know what they're doing. Know, does everything look as it should?
Mm-hmm.
So that's realtors in particular need to be aware.
Mm. And also their disposition as salespeople, as realtors, is I want to maybe I want to bond with this person because I'm trying to make a sell. And
right.
so that's kind of like opposed to being vigilant,
exactly,
being aware, right?
Exactly, and I think a lot of times too that they, usually they are told, or it is recommended that you don't ever meet somebody out at a property for the first time. Or you get some information from them first. You get their driver's license. You get some information from them first.
Mm-hmm.
And if the potential buyer or client it gives you any pushback, then more often than not, I've heard okay, all right, well that's fine. This time,
Mm-hmm.
This time I'll let it slide.
And that could be the one time.
Could be the one time. You never know.
Wow. Well, I have friends and colleagues that are in that profession. I know you do as well.
A lot, yes.
So this is personal. This is personal, and so I really value what you do. If people wanted to get in touch with you, maybe a workshop you have coming up or something like that, how would they reach out to you?
Sure. Well, let me just start with the workshops. So the workshops that I do, I actually come to you. I come to your realty office, or I come to your church group, or to your neighborhood association, or your house, your home, if you want to gather a group of people together.
Mm-hmm.
I come to you. There is no charge for that at all. I am happy to come and do a safety presentation and present our products and demonstrate our products for you. So I don't generally have a workshop coming up that I can promote. I do a lot of networking. I do a lot of vendor events.
Okay.
So you can find me at those places. But the easiest way to get in touch with me, you can always go to my website, which is stylingsafety.com.
I'm reading this from you. It says safe and sassy personal protective products.
Only because
my wife's over here turning red.
The sassy, I think really only came in and that's really probably from the founder of the company.
Okay.
But the company was founded by two women. In Idaho, who were just friends in a mom's group, and they had a conversation about how would you protect yourself if, what would you do if, what do you carry with you to protect yourself? And everybody's response across the board was, I don't know, and nothing. So they found, number one, that there was a need for personal protection products for women, but moreover, personal protection products that women felt comfortable carrying and would carry. Things that were attractive and didn't look like a gun and weren't all black. So that was their focus, was trying to get products into the hands of women who wouldn't ordinarily have chosen to carry something.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. And I put my foot in my mouth. So anyway, so Tina, thanks for coming and letting us do this.
I really appreciate the offer. Thank you. The opportunity is great.
I think it's timely. People need to do
I think it is. Unfortunately, it's always timely because there's always something happening, or you just never know. You never know when something's going to happen, so you need to be prepared, not scared.
I like that. That's catchy. Well, guys, thank you. We'll see you next time.